Everybody, is Jonah coming back at you on a video. So with this video, I want to deliver a public service announcement to everyone out there, right? And that is this: stop worrying about other people. Stop worrying about the lives of everyone else around you. Now, I say this with an asterisk, right? With a caveat, and I say this because, of course, you may have immediate family members, or maybe you have children or parents or whatever, right? In a case like that, of course, for your immediate family, the people that you truly care about, the most important people to you in the world, of course, you want to know what's going on with them. You want to make sure that they're doing well. You want to check up on them, things like that. That is perfectly fine and acceptable. When I say stop worrying about other people, I'm referring to this obsession that people have with just being nosy, right? With trying to know everything that's going on with the lives of celebrities, or the that Instagram famous person, or that influencer, or everyone that you're following on social media. You just like have to know what's going on with the lives of everyone else, and you just have to be kept up to date. And I think it's a toxic trait, because the more you spend time focusing on other people, it takes away attention from what you have going on in your life. It takes your attention away from what you should be focused on, and that is on your life, right? Because you were put here to enjoy your existence, to enjoy this, right? To continue building, to continue bringing out the best version of yourself, to continue working towards your own goals and your own dreams. And it's much more challenging for you to do that if you're constantly looking at other people, if you're constantly comparing yourself, right? You might be looking at someone who is, living out their dreams, but you may want something similar, and you'll be looking at that, and you may be envious or jealous or question, why hasn't it happened to you yet, right? When in actuality, you may not know that that person could have busted their behind year after year after year for many years, until they figured it out and then found success in that given industry, and you're just starting out, right? You don't know that. You may not know that. And so, because you're comparing yourself, you're beating yourself up because you feel as though you should be there, or that you're not good enough, or that you may never get to that person's level. There's no need for that, right? You need to stop paying attention to everyone else, right? Because oftentimes people do that to compare themselves. They try to see where they line up with other folks, when that doesn't matter, because you are your own person. You have your own preferences, and you have your own goals and dreams, and those things that you really want out of life, they've already been assigned to you, right? It's not that other people have won your prize, right? It's not that there's only one prize or finite number of resources that exist on this planet, and that everyone else has gotten it, right? That everyone else has won your prize, or that your prize was assigned to someone else. That's not how it works. Your gift has already been given to you in the invisible, and it's making its way to you in the physical world. When you ask, it is already given, so it already belongs to you, and you need to be operating as if you're already there, as if you've won. Because whether or not you want to believe it, you were chosen. You are the chosen one, right? You are powerful beyond measure. You have the ability to create. Therefore, you can create the life that you want. And how do you expect to create the life that you want if you're constantly distracted by looking at other people, by looking at what other people have going on, by always trying to be involved with the drama and always gossiping? I stopped caring, or I stopped worrying about other people a long time ago, right? And it's quite simple. I just don't care. I stopped worrying about the lives of other people and comparing myself, because I just don't care, right? It's so much easier to just not worry about that, because you can, right? Some of you watching the video may love being on social media, and probably have been on social media for the last decade or two, right? Why not try deactivating, right? Why not try something new, right? You begin to realize that the world is actually a nice place, that there are nice people everywhere, right? This is a friendly place. Once you disconnect from all that and just live your life, right? Try doing that. Some of you may have a skewed perspective, thinking that the world is a bad place because of all of the news articles of all the bad things happening. Well, if you just turned off your phone and your computer and just walked outside and just spent some time in the sun and walk around, you'll see that everything's fine, right? That things are okay. Some people just get so distracted all the time by just looking at the lives of other people, wishing that they were them, wishing that they were in their position, wishing that they had this, that they had that. There's nothing wrong with wanting these things, but when you compare yourself with other people, it makes it seem as though you're not good enough, or that that person took your prize when that's not the case, right? Just stop worrying about that. Stop caring about it. It is a toxic behavior. It is like a toxic trait. And it gets exhausting, right? Imagine trying to be the most in shape person in the world. Like, you can have, fitness goals, but imagine always trying to be the most in shape person. There's always going to be another person that's in better shape than you, right? So don't try to have fitness goals to be the most in shape, right, out of everyone, right? Like, have fitness goals that are for you. Have financial goals that are for you. Have other goals that are for you. And who cares if someone else is living that, right? If they are and you see that, then be grateful and be excited. If anything, you should be excited, because you should be looking at that as essentially a preview to the movie for your life, right? You should be looking at that and getting excited because you're like, wow, someone is living their best life. That's going to be me one day. Not that that I want to be them, right? No, that is going to be me one day, right? That is a better way of looking at it, because then you'll be happy for them, but then you'll also get excited for yourself, knowing that your blessings are on the way. I stopped worrying about other people because I stopped comparing myself with other people, because I genuinely just stopped caring. Because why does that matter? Right? Now, you can, of course, look at other folks to just get an idea of the life that you want to live. Like, what is it that you want to, do and live and have and experience? But then once you have that picture painted, then focus on that. Focus on your life. Focus on what you have going on. Because you can live your whole life being fixated on everyone else and believing that everyone else is the main character, and the whole time you will probably believe that you're just a side character to your own life, when the whole time you also were the main character to your own life as well. That you also have the power to create the life that you want. You don't want to allow yourself to get to a position where you lived your entire life and you've grown old, and then you look back and say, man, I really could have accomplished this, or I could have lived up to my full potential, or I could have done this had I just believed in myself, had I just locked in and honed in on my gifts, my abilities. You don't want to put yourself in a position like that, right? You want to be able to reflect on life when you get old and say that you lived life to the fullest, that you did everything you wanted to do, and you had fun, and you made the most of this. And you do that by focusing on yourself and what you have going on in your life. So that wraps up the video. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like and subscribe, as we are on the road to 100 subscribers. So I want you guys to be there on the milestone with me, or on the journey to the milestone, right? So, guys, show up, and I'm out. See you guys next video.